So this is the Wing Gundam Zero MGSD. Small Gundam, massive wings. Is it any good? So this is based off the Wing Gundam sort of custom version, the one with the angelic wings rather than the original. But what is MGSD? And it's not monosodium glutamate. The SD line is the most simple line. They're really quite small, barely any detail. And the MG line, master grade, is one of the most complex ones besides perfect grade, and they're much bigger. So what happens if you combine SD with MG? We get MGSD. And these came out, first of all, the first one was a Freedom in January 23 for about 3,900 yen, which is about 35, 40 quid in the UK when you take into account our taxes. Then you had Barbatos later that year in October, same price, about 35, 40 quid from UK Gundam stores. And then the final one, the most recent one, has been the Wing Gundam Zero. This model kit came out in November last year, and it's about 40 quid-ish, roughly, in stores. I picked mine up for £37 on sale. There's also the Aerial from Witch for Mercury, which is getting a kit this year in August. Again, same sort of price. I'm expecting it to be 40, 45 quid. It's a relatively new kit. So let's take a look at the build. And as always, start off with a bit of a look at the box. It's a massive box. It's quite square. It's not the usual rectangle shape. It's more square than that. Sort of 4:3 rather than 16:9. The art is fantastic, as it is usually the case on Bandai's boxes. And if we take a look, there is a ton of sprues in here. An absolute ton of them. Some really nice detailed ones. The metallic one's fantastic. It does come with some decals and the instructions as always. Well, this is all the sprues on the panel line. As you can tell, there's a lot here, especially from those white wings. So, all organised, let's get started. So I'm only going to show the build for the wings. If you look in the right, you'll see I've already built the MGSD Wing Gundam model kit itself. I'm just going to focus on building the wings because this is a massive part of this build. These are about as complex as building a model kit on its own. They've got loads of moving parts, lots of engineering, the way they combine on each other, and there's 4 of them as well. 2 for each side, the smaller ones and the bigger ones that I'm making now. And these look amazing. The detail on them is really, really good. The engineering's impeccable. It's a really satisfying build. If you make Gundam, not just for having a finished model, but to enjoy the build, this, I'm not going to spoil the score, but this is a recommended kit for that. It is a very satisfying build as you go through and you put it together. The way the pieces go together is really straightforward. There's no awkward parts. It's solid. And as you make that progress, it just comes to life. It looks better and better with each part you add on. These tiny little individual feathers are quite nice. They're quite solid. The connection's good as well. It offers a rotation as well as that pivot. So it's quite good for posing. And here you can see me opening the wing up to reveal the parts within it. There's a couple moving parts here, as well as those individual feathers. Looks great. So now, just going to put together the actual kit. All the parts were there, as you can see. I'm just going to assemble it. And it goes together quite simply. It's an SD kit, and by SD, I mean that's a kind of chibi, cute, short range. Much bigger heads than normal. The head is 1/5 rather than 1/7 scale. Once you put the wings on, this just looks incredible. It is a big kit once you display the wings, once they're stood out like this. But that's the finished kit before I've put any finishing touches such as the decals. You can see the shield and the sword next to it. Decal time. So these took quite a while. There are a lot of decals. Glad to be finished. The page doesn't show where to put all of them. So some of them it just tells you to, like those ones on the wings, the XXG sort of call sign ones, it doesn't show those, it just says put them where you want. So I googled some images, and this poses up a storm. There it is in its kind of cocoon mode where it's shielding itself. It just looks great like that. And here I flip the wings upside down so the top ones are on the bottom and vice versa. It looks really cool like that. It takes up a lot of space though. It's got some nice gimmicks as well when you take off the beam sabers and you're left with the actual hilt, the handle itself. In the smaller wings, there's this little section that you can put the beam handle in, and once you tuck it away, it kind of looks like part of the piston for the wing. It just looks really nice. It's a lovely solution for how to store your weaponry. And these rifles famously combined to become a double beam rifle. It's quite hard to pose like this. The instructions did say how to do it, but I couldn't get the wrists close enough together to get them holding it in one hand. Holding it in two hands, sorry. These are telescopic, they pull out, so they get even bigger. And these are massive for guns on an MG, let alone an MGSD. Here it is with the real grade, Wing Gundam Zero, as well as high grade Zaku for scale. And I've also put the Kaori wing model behind it, which is a high grade, but it's massive. And this is almost the same size, as you can see. It's about 11 inches wide, nearly a foot when you have the wings out like that. And almost 8 inches tall, which for a SD kit is crazy. These are supposed to be like 4 or 5 inches most. So the guns as well, like I said, they're telescopic, so you can see the normal rifle. It's about 5 inches when it's closed. When you open it up though, you get an extra inch. I'm not going to make any jokes about that, but hey. Time for the final review. So the pros for this kit, it looks great when you display it, and it's a really fun build. It's enjoyable. And the Wing Gundam Zero is one of my favourite designs ever. For the amount it costs, 38 quid, you get a little bang for your buck. That's a pretty big, solid model kit. And it's quite easy to find because it's still quite new. There are some cons, not many, if I'm brutally honest. It's not compatible with all bases. That connector isn't compatible with everything, but I've managed to jerry rig it there. And it takes up so much space for an SD kit. Also, Bandai, why is there no water slides with this? Master grade means water slides. So going forwards, I'd like to see water slides with the MGSD line. But overall, it's a fantastic kit. I can't say anything but must buy. If you like model kits, you like Gunpla, pick this up. 38 quid. What a kit. I know that's 2 in a row following the G-Quux, but this kit really does deserve that must buy rating. It's impeccable. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.